What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. My name is Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about Lego reselling and investing. So very excited to talk to everybody about this video because I found some interesting things. And if you are, I encourage everybody to stay till the end when we get to the Excel because you'll definitely get something from it. But if you're a newer viewer, one of the over 8,000 new viewers that saw me last month, highly encourage you to check out the Excel and wait to the very end because you'll find some interesting things that I found out. So before we do that real quick, just going to go ahead and answer a quick question. This question comes from HP0101. Nice video, just wondering, not criticizing, but why do these sets 4+ and Duplo sets appreciate so well if they're aimed at the much younger ages who would never think to buy retired sets? So, it's interesting, right? Because buying Duplo was not something that I did for a very long time. I remember me and a few people back whenever I was on Brick Picker frequently, we would laugh that there's no such thing as an AFOD, which is a dull fan of Duplo, right? But here's the thing. I mean, the only thing I could do is give you anecdotal answers. So there's a relative, my wife has kind of a big family, 15 people, right, scattered all across the United States. There's one family member that's designated to do the grab bag, right, where he puts together a list of names of people that will buy for other people, and the budget is $50. So me going into this, I'll get a wish list or something like that from a family member. And to be honest, I say to myself, I'm just going to spend $50. I don't care what it is on their list or, what they want. I'm not going to weigh the here and there of, well, this seems overpriced or whatever. There's this woman that is on TikTok, mentioning TikTok again, for those of you people that remember the Brick Show, which was a very popular Lego YouTube channel. Well, they have a TikTok channel and they do a lot of sales and stuff like that. And one of the women in one of the videos was like, grandmas and mothers really don't pay attention to eBay and retired this and retired that. And it's the truth. If it's within their budget, they're going to buy it. And there's a lot of, Duplo sets that are pretty reasonable in price. A $60 Duplo set is, not too bad. I mean, the dollhouse is going for $70, right? It will, when it retires, go to, I don't know, maybe at least $150 to $200. I got a ton of those. And those are crazy to haul from one state to another, let me tell you. So I hope I was able to answer that question. All right, so this video, hopefully you saw the thumbnail, is we're going to be talking about Star Wars Lego sets versus Harry Potter sets. And I'm sure there's some people that are watching this that are more loyal to one set than the other when it comes to reselling, right? So if you're loyal to Star Wars sets, that's great, and you've never purchased Harry Potter sets, after this video, you may consider Harry Potter as an alternative in case there's that one particular Star Wars set that is sold out. So I went to the years 2019 for Star Wars and Harry Potter. What I did was I picked the ones that I believed were winners. Now, of course, hindsight is 2020 because I think this 2019 is also the year that the ATST came out, right? And we're not going to talk about me and the ATST. That's something that I cry in my pillow at 1 in the morning and just ask for someone to help me out. But we are going to talk about some Star Wars sets. These are sets that I have purchased, and one set that I didn't own, there was a ton of chatter and there was a lot of popularity to it. Same thing for Harry Potter. I have a lot more Star Wars sets than I do Harry Potter in 2019. So I'm just going to talk about some popular Harry Potter sets. Now, while I'm doing this, I want to ask all of you, and hold your answers to the end of the video, is which one out of the 3 of each themes would you purchase, right? So we're going to have 3 sets of Star Wars and 3 sets of Harry Potter, right? So the first Star Wars set, this one right here, it's the Star Wars Resistance Major Von Riggs TIE Fighter, set number 75240. I've talked about TIE Fighters in the past. If you do your own due diligence, you'll see that they have a lot better ROI than the Millennium Falcons, believe it or not. Also with the Imperial Shuttles. The Imperial Shuttles usually do a lot better ROI-wise when it comes to the Millennium Falcons. Next up is the Slave One. This was a set that everybody was trying to get, including myself. To be honest, I think I only got 6 of them, and I was, always waiting for that discount, right? And I didn't get any until the very end whenever I went to the Lego store and I purchased a bunch that were at a discount, right? So this is a very popular set, and this is a set that skyrocketed as soon as it retired, which is crazy. I have all of mine in a warehouse. I should have held on to one, but that's my fault. Next up, you have the Star Wars A New Hope Tantive 5 set number 75244. Very popular UCS set. Now, this was one of the problems with this is this was a set you really didn't get on discount too much, right? Because this was mostly sold at the Lego store. You may have been able to find it at Target or a few other places. And, you'd be hard-pressed to get any type of discount, maybe 5%, 10% tops, unless you had VIP points, of course. So those are my 3 selections for the Star Wars sets. Now, when we go to Harry Potter, we have the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire Hungarian Horntail Twizzler Challenge. I chopped that up. But this was a very popular set. I saw a lot of chatter on this. I didn't personally pick it up, but I know a ton of people did. I was probably the only one that didn't pick that up. And finally, you have the Lego Harry Potter Hagrid's Hut, set number 75947. Again, there's a lot of minifigures for this set. This was a good value set. I would say the one set that I purchased the most of out of the 2019 sets was probably the Hogwarts Express. And of course, that hasn't retired yet. So should retire at the end of next month. So you can't win them all, folks. You just can't win them all. And lastly, you have the Lego Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire set on carriage arrival. I don't watch Harry Potter, folks. I'm sorry. So I'm not going to try and pronounce that. But this is a great looking set, right? This was a set that a lot of people talked about. And when we go to the Excel, I think this had a pretty impressive ROI. So those are the 3 Harry Potter sets for 2019, and prior you just saw the 3 Star Wars sets for 2019. Now when you go to the Excel, this is what I really wanted to show everybody. This is crazy, right? You have the Slave One, and what I did here real quick was every set that you see on here is 20% off, with the exception of the Tantive 5. And that's because you really couldn't get the Tantive 5 for a discount. Every other set, you should have easily been able to get that at a discount. But here's the interesting thing, right? You have the Slave One as an ROI of 129, right? Look at this TIE Fighter. Now, here's the thing. This was not planned, so I'm not going to act like this is a flex or I knew better than most people, but I had about 50 to 70 of these TIE Fighters. And the reason why I had the TIE Fighter, I've explained it in the past, is, I'm a big fan of non-traditional TIE Fighters, right? And this turned a lot of people off, this TIE Fighter, because this was a TIE Fighter that wasn't in a movie, it was in a cartoon. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to pull the trigger on it. So even though I only got 6 of the Slave Ones, I really can't complain. And you didn't hear that much chatter about this set. I'm sure people were like, oh, I don't think this is a winner and all that other stuff. I felt good because I did my due diligence in the past when it came to TIE Fighters. I broke out an Excel spreadsheet before I purchased it, and it all made sense to me. So when you go to the Harry Potter sets, all of them did really well too. And this, of course, is before the fees and all that other stuff. So, have that as the perspective too. But these are 2 good themes where, if you're loyal to one and you're like, man, I got $10,000 and I really want to pull the trigger on Star Wars sets, but I don't see anything good, you could go ahead and look to the Harry Potter sets and, do some due diligence and still be successful. Hope you enjoyed the video, my friends. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.